Which no-gi guards are the best? Which ones are the worst? We have S tier, which is ranked highest. A is second highest. B is third. C is fourth. And this is specifically for no-gi. This does not transfer over very well to gi. So first, let's start with closed guard. It is a very good guard, but it's not quite S tier. It is A tier. Closed guard is really good for attacking the upper body, the arms, the head. It's good for sweeping. It's good for taking a breather if you need a breather. It's good for controlling the person that's on top. But it's limited because you can't enter the legs very well from closed guard. And you rarely see finishes from the closed guard at higher levels of jiu-jitsu. It used to be a better guard, now it's gone down a notch. Still a very good guard, but not S tier. Okay, next guard that we're looking at is the knee shield or butterfly half. I put these two together because they're so interchangeable. You go back and forth between knee shield and butterfly half often if you're playing from half guard. So I clumped those together, and these two are in the S tier. Knee shield and butterfly half are in the S tier because they're very versatile. You can do pretty much everything from the knee shield and butterfly half. You can wrestle up, you can attack the arms, you can attack the head, you can attack sweeps, you can attack the legs. Everything is available from knee shield butterfly half. It's a very powerful guard against people that like to camp inside. It's also people that like to knee cut, people that like to play headquarters. You have to have a good knee shield and butterfly half in today's jiu-jitsu game, and if you don't, your guard is going to get passed, most likely. Okay, let's move on to butterfly guard. Some people might be surprised by this rating, but butterfly guard to me is not super useful in no-gi. It is in the B tier. The reason it's only in the third most useful tier is because butterfly guard is essentially only for people that pass from their knees. If somebody's looking to body lock you from the knees, if somebody's looking to over underpass, the butterfly guard is useful. But nowadays in jiu-jitsu, most people stand to pass. Most people like to camp and split squat or headquarters and butterfly guard. You just don't have a chance to play it very often in today's jiu-jitsu game. Sometimes you do against good wrestlers, against good body lockers. You'll need a good butterfly guard, but you can't really hold the person in your butterfly guard. Anytime they want to stand up, they just stand up. You have no way of utilizing grips like you do in the gi to keep them in your butterfly. So in no gi, its utility, the butterfly guard utility is limited. In the gi, butterfly guard is elite. It's probably S tier or A tier, but in no gi, it's B tier, in my opinion. Okay. Next guard that we're looking at is the deep half. The deep half is not a great guard, in my opinion, and it is in the lowest tier. It is in the C tier. Deep half is sometimes good for going back door, slipping out the back door and wrestling up with it. It can be used to sweep on occasion, but people that are good from the top, people that are good guard passers, if you try to go deep half on them, they'll underhook your arm, they'll sit through to a rear triangle, they'll take your back, they'll smash you. Deep half is not a guard that I recommend in no-gi. If you kind of have no choice, somebody's kind of sitting on top of you and you get stuck in deep half and you have to play it, then you should play it, but it's not a guard that you should aspire to try to play whenever possible. Okay, next one is single X, X guard, Shira X. I put those three together because they're also so interchangeable. You can't really play single X unless you know how to play X. You can't really play X unless you know how to play single X. I mean, you can, but it's not going to go very well. And Ushira X also falls into that category. And these guards are elite. The reason these guards are in the S tier is because they are very powerful. You can use these guards to enter the legs. You can use these guards to sweep and wrestle up. You can use these guards to mitigate the danger from a standing opponent. They can also be useful against a kneeling opponent if they post a leg. You can start trying to enter single X or X. If you have good straight ankle attacks and heel hooks, and you have good wrestle ups, you have to be able to play single X, X, Shira X, reverse X. Uh, all of those bottom guards against standing opponents are super useful. Next guard that we have is the K guard slash the scissor guard. This guard is A tier. The reason I put K guard in A tier and not S tier is because K guard is a little bit of a higher risk guard. If they know how to prevent the K guard, there's potential back exposure there. There's potential to get your guard pass there. So it's a higher risk guard, but it can be really useful against kneeling opponents. It can be useful against standing opponents. So it's versatile. Kneeling opponents, you can attack triangle chokes and arm bars from the K guard and you can enter the legs. Standing opponents, you can pretty much only enter the legs or upgrade to some kind of ashigarami. It's a really good guard for entering the legs and attacking kneeling opponents, but it's not quite S tier. Next one that we're looking at is De La Hiva, reverse De La Hiva, and this one is also A tier. The reason this guard is A tier, the De La Hiva and reverse De La Hiva, is because they are terrific guards to play against an opponent that's standing, and they can also be good against a kneeling opponent that has one knee up. A lot of people, when they kneel, they put their lead knee up so they don't go into the closed guard. And when they do that, the De La Hiva and the reverse De La Hiva can be useful ways to invert underneath, attack various ashigaramis, leg entrances. They can be really good for off balancing your opponent, and it's a very good way to also upgrade to single X or X. And you can even use the De La Hiva guard to wrestle up. So it's a versatile guard, it's a good guard, and it's A tier. Our last guard is the seated guard, shin to shin guard. And the seated shin to shin guard is S tier. This is a high level guard because there are many things you can do from the seated guard. You can do kouchis where you're sweeping your opponent backwards. You can look for ankle picks. You can look to wrestle up. You can look to get the shin to shin and enter the legs. You can look to go straight to single X or X guard. You can look to Imanari roll from the seated guard if you want to enter the legs. The seated guard is a dangerous guard. And if I'm standing trying to pass somebody's guard and they're seated, that makes it very difficult. I try to get them supine first. If I can't get them supine and I have to deal with their seated guard, that can be very difficult to deal with. So seated guard for me is S tier. All right, well, that's all we have for the tiers of no-gi guard. Let me know if you agree or disagree, or if it's good input or if it's nonsense. Tell me what you think. Thanks for watching.